Disability in life is a bad attitude. It's a quote I came across by Scott Hamilton. So welcome to today's Conversations and Connections, where I introduce you to change makers, trailblazers, and everyday heroes who are transforming lives, have a vision to influence change, and a vision to reshape our communities. Today, my guest is Margie Cerato. Is that how I say it, Margie?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So I started it. Today's guest is Margie Cerato, founder of Celebrating Abilities Inc., a not-for-profit organisation. Sorry. Today's guest is Margie Cerato, founder of Celebrating Abilities Inc., a not-for-profit organisation that's enriching lives through inclusive, joyful physical experiences for people of all abilities. Margie's also the powerhouse behind Vibes Fitness and has over 30 years of experience in health, wellness and rehabilitation. She's worked with celebrities, appeared on TV and toured internationally. But her biggest passion? Helping people feel strong, seen and celebrated. With over 30 years of experience in the health, wellness and rehabilitation industry, Margie has worked with more than 5,000 clients. She's known for her boundless energy, dedication to ongoing education, and her passionate advocacy for people living with disabilities, mental health challenges, and social marginalisation. In 2012, she took a bold step and founded Celebrating Abilities, offering NDIS-supported programs from aerial yoga and circus arts to community-based adventures, always focused on ability, not limitations. Margie's work is as dynamic as she is, blending fun, fitness and freedom in ways that truly transform lives. Hello, Margie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, and thanks for having me.
It's taken us a while to put this conversation together, and I recall meeting you at a Bayside Business Networking event several years ago now. So it is so good to finally connect and be able to learn and share more about your journey.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
Take us back to the beginning. What first sparked your passion for health and fitness and helping others through movement?
Oh, look, when I was 15 years old, I was teaching aerobics and working in gyms, and there were so many clients that would come in. And I think the passion for celebrating abilities came about then, when there was lots of clients that came in with disabilities and special needs, and the other trainers wouldn't work with them as it was too hard. So I always did, and I always found ways to be creative to help. So, yeah, that's my passion. Started then, I think, when I was 15.
Was there a defining moment or experience that made you realise that this was really what you wanted to do?
Yes, some of the clients that have come to me, that nobody would help, and they were told that they would never be able to do what they wanted to do, like, for example, aerial yoga and flying through the air, and I just made their dreams come true, and to see the joy in their faces afterwards, and they were just so happy that, they could do it because they were told, and they believed that they couldn't, and they were told, "No, you can't do that." So I made it happen.
Fantastic. When we did meet at that event, I looked up the website when I came home, and it's just fantastic what you've been able to build. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Starting a charity is no small feat. And what gave you that courage to take that step?
I guess like my clients, they've been told they couldn't do it. Well, I was told I could never set up a charity, and so I made sure I could. So if someone says to me something like that, "Are you never going to be able to do it?" I did it, and I found ways to do it. And yeah, it's my passion. It's what I was born to do. So that's how it came about. It was actually a bit of a dare through an old client of mine who said, "You'll never be able to do that." And I said, "Right, okay, I'll be back in a year, and I'm going to have it done." And I did. Yeah.
It's actually a fairly common story that I talk to people who have had the same thing, that they have this vision, they really are driven to make the change. And then when they're challenged that it's not possible, it really does seem to prompt them. I actually remember when I was at school being told by a maths teacher that I would never pass, and I showed her. So I think
Yes,
sometimes
it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
yeah, it's quite amazing. Were there
definitely.
any personal or professional obstacles you had to overcome to get it off the ground?
Oh, there's a few, yeah, so many. There was times when I was working like 15-hour days just to pay for everything because we had no funding or grants at the time. So there was lots of hurdles. Let's see, on a personal level, just getting a bit burnt out and, doing too much. So these days I make sure I have life balance. Professionally, well, the challenges included or navigating all the legal or regulatory requirements, securing funding and the grants and all the paperwork and all the volunteering and the pro bono work I do and the governments. But I'm great now. I'm really lucky because I have some great people around me, so I can ask for help. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to ask is a skill that we also need to develop, I believe, over time. So
Yes.
your motto is we focus on abilities, not disabilities. What does that mean to you in practice? Perhaps you could share a story of someone whose life has changed through your program.
Oh, there's quite a few stories actually. There's some testimonials that I sort of wrote down to read from clients and mums who sent me. One of the recent one was from a lady, and she texted me saying, "Thank you, you've saved my son's life," and that was during COVID pandemic when he was locked in his room. He's autistic and he wouldn't come out, and he put on 30 kilograms and was depressed. And I started working with him, and he lost all the weight, got fit, strong, and his mental health improved.
Mm.
So that's one story, and I'll read you another one if I've got time.
Sure,
Yeah.
please do.
So from the mum, Sharon's mum, Sharon has Down syndrome, and I've been working with Sharon for 4 or 5 years now, and her mum said, "I just wanted to thank you for all you do for Sharon. You've enhanced Sharon's life so much, learning through independence, her activities, which helps her become more confident and self-assured and happy. And since starting with you 4 or 5 years ago, we were trying to work it out. Sharon's mental health has improved. She especially loves my adventures in the community and the respite where she has adventures and gets spoiled. And so this is also beneficial for her mum as she gets a 48 hours break to take care of herself."
Mhm. Very important. One of the podcasts that I have in series one was with the Carers Foundation in Brisbane, and how important it is for carers to be able to be supported to be able to do the heavy lifting from their end. So that's a wonderful outcome for everybody, I would imagine.
Yes, it is. It's fantastic.
Mm. You offer a wide range of programs from aerial yoga and silks to fitness retreats and community adventures. Why is fun and creativity such a big part of your work?
So I found over the years learning through play and being creative, that creative expression is crucial for holistic development. And I made our approach um, a fun and creative way. So this impacts the physical and emotional well-being of our clients. So you're fostering, thinking and problem solving, and promotes emotional intelligence and social skills. So being creative and having fun activities and engaging in creative activities actually helps the participants become more confident and resilient and adaptable. So,
Sure. And what are the age groups and challenges that many of your clientele are facing?
so I have all ages and all abilities, and each one has their own little challenges. I remember there was a little girl. At the time she was 5 years old, and she's got cerebral palsy and quadriplegic. And we got her in a harness that had her flying through the air, and it was just to see the joy and just happiness on her face was amazing. And those videos are all online on the website. Yeah.
Fantastic. You work closely with NDIS participants and carers, and what have you learned about supporting people with diverse needs through these systems?
Oh gosh, I've learned so much. As every client is unique in their needs and their goals, and they also teach me new ways to work with people. So, but if something doesn't work, I find that I'm quite creative, and we work together. And so I learn a lot from each client, and so they learn from me also. So, which
Mm,
is lovely.
mm. How do they find you originally? And what advice would you give families or individuals looking to access some inclusive program like yours?
Okay, so you can find me on Google, Celebrating Abilities, on the website, on social media. And for families, I just like them to be clear about their goals and outcomes and needs, as everyone's individual. So if they're looking for an inclusive program like ours, I always encourage conversations, and we have a chat about how we can help, and also encourage to stay hopeful, because there's always hope. Something will always work.
Mm. You've evolved so much over the years from celebrity trainer to a not-for-profit founder. What has this journey taught you about leadership and your own personal growth?
Oh wow! So reflecting on my experiences and my journey, I've really learned to embrace challenges and change, and I'm continuously learning and gaining a deeper understanding of myself. But I think embracing change and challenges has been the biggest one. Yeah.
And how did you navigate the COVID area, the COVID, how did you navigate the COVID challenges in your business?
Well, because the Celebrating Abilities was already set up since 2012, and we've got DGR status, we were classified. It took me a little while. It took me the first lockdown to work it out. So that was difficult. But by the second lockdown, I was an essential worker. So I was able to work with lots of people who weren't able to get out and do anything. So I was able to pick them up and take them and do respites. And there was a lot of diverse and interesting things happening, especially for those that were non-vaxxed. So I made it an inclusive environment and made sure that, everyone was looked after. Yeah.
Sure, fantastic. We had to certainly become adaptable and flexible, didn't we, over that time? And probably that's one of the good outcomes, in a sense, that we just began to uh, navigate things differently and continue to invent.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
whilst people can look up the website and have a look at what you do, can you paint a little bit of a picture about what happens when a client comes to your space? What do they see when they come into it?
Oh, I've set up a huge, a big designer shed on the property, and what they see, it's a magical place with fairy lights, and they just want to be involved and want to do the activities, and also there's sound healing and meditation and breathing, so it's a good balance of teaching a bit of meditation and breathing, and yeah, a bit of
Mm,
everything.
mm. And what's next for celebrating abilities and Vibe Fitness? Are there any new projects or dreams on the
Yeah.
horizon?
Yeah, there is. So we're always looking for volunteers and tradespeople, with anyone with time to spare. Our dream is to build an all abilities playground out here in Whittlesea. So I'm in the middle of doing that. So getting more funding and grants will help us, and just volunteers to help us as well. And yeah, the all abilities playground is underway. We're going to make it happen.
Fantastic. And from how far away do your clients travel?
Oh, look, some are an hour and a half away and some are half an hour away. We offer the support workers for the client can actually drop them off and pick them up. And
Mhm.
some we do pick up when we have time and drop off. So we work with them and where they're at, and we just make it happen. Yeah.
Mm. As we record this, it's actually Volunteer Week, and you've just mentioned that you're always very open to having volunteers. How can people contribute their time? What would they be doing with you? And what do they gain as well?
Well, what they can contribute their time by volunteering, and there's so many different things that we need to sort out. So helping me, and then also helping me organise everything, because I pretty much do it on my own without volunteers,
Sure.
and also working with the client. They get to experience what it's like to work with someone with NDIS, and they just love it, and they want to come back for more because they're just so happy after the experience, say, for example, aerial yoga or flying through the air or, and, even exercise. And we've got a full gym so they can do strength and conditioning and training. And they're just so happy to have the space to themselves. So
Mm.
they just love that.
I think when you contribute as a volunteer, you certainly get as much as you give, if not more, I think. from my experience, the growth and the satisfaction to help somebody do something they haven't been able to achieve before.
Yes. Yeah.
And the absolute joy to watch their growth must be something really special.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. That's why I try to capture as much as we can on video so that other people can see it as well. Yeah.
What's the best way for people to connect with you? Obviously, you've mentioned the website. You might like to mention that again. And is there any other way?
Yes.
Actually, before that, sorry. So when we've spoken previously, we talked about grants. You came along to one of the sessions that I ran for my business community about grants. And at the time, you said that you were very fortunate to have received some funds from philanthropic organisations.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the philanthropic
Yes.
process? Yeah.
So look, grant writing is hard, and even pitching for funding through philanthropists. So over the years, I've personally funded a lot of our projects, and then we've been very lucky to get some grants from Bendigo Bank Community. They're fantastic. Sisters of Charity. Recently, 4 years ago, it was the Danny Wallace Foundation, and then we had Western Vocational Association. So we were very lucky, and that was a lovely grant. We're very grateful for everyone. And the process, writing it, it was hard initially, and then now I've become quite good at sticking to the point and answering the questions that they want.
Yes, I think Liz Fleming, who spoke at the grant session and is a podcast in the series as well, said being very clear on your answering the questions was a key thing for grant writing and telling the story.
Yes, definitely. Stories, videos help, but being very clear and not waffling on too much.
Margie, were you in the circus that you're interested in all this aerial work?
No, so I've been a personal trainer since I was 15 to 20 years old, quite a long time now. It's actually 40 years. So I found that with the work I do, I wanted to have different activities. So, I discovered aerial yoga and circus and trapeze. So I added that into my toolbox. So I'm always learning and upgrading and studying new ways to help my clients. So that's how that came about.
Right. And so do you take to the ropes?
Yeah. So I teach aerial yoga and I teach circus and I teach, trapeze and silks, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm always, I also brought bungee fitness to Australia. So I do bungee and I run teacher trainings for students from aerial yoga to silks to bungee and Pilates. So yeah, it's kept me busy.
Fantastic. Well, then the card that I've pulled out of my pack of conversation starters might be an interesting one. So I'd like you to finish the sentence. You can use more than one sentence. And it is, my greatest fear is.
Oh, what is my greatest fear? Oh my gosh. I wrote down a few other things. I was hoping you'd ask me, what's my greatest fear? So you got me. I guess not being able to do what I want to do here. Probably, yes, that'd be it. I'm very careful, but yeah, I just love being able to fly through the air. Yeah.
So to make it a little bit easier, which maybe will come up to your question, what do you hope to do that you've never done before?
Travel the world and helping people with special needs and disabilities pro bono, just having the money to be able to do that. That would be something, yeah.
That'd be really special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Margie, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today and your reminder that, with vision and passion and courage, we can create spaces where everyone belongs and thrives. And for my listeners, if you'd like to learn more and support Celebrating Abilities, please visit Margie's site, celebratingabilities.org.au. And remember that celebrating what makes us different is what brings us all together.
Beautiful.
Could
Thank you.
Could you share a quote with us?
Yes. I've loved this quote and I use it a lot, and it's, your only limitations are those you set upon yourself.
Mm,
So I find that quite happens a lot for a lot of people, not just special needs and disabilities, but everybody. So
certainly does.
yeah.
Certainly does. Thank you so much for your time, and to everyone listening, stay inspired and make your conversations count. Thanks,
Thank
Margie.
you. Thanks for having me. Beautiful. Well, we'll definitely have to catch up soon. Come down and have a look what I'm doing. Yeah.
Love to.
Great.
Uh,